Intro. I bought the world's most expensive painting. Not really. What is the most money you would pay for a painting? $1,000? 100,000? What about $500 million? That's right. Today we are counting down the 20 most expensive pieces of art ever sold at auction. The prices are going to absolutely blow your mind. Some of these paintings were bought for more money than it cost to buy a private jet, a super yacht, a private island. We're talking about numbers so big they barely seem real. $450,000? Every single one of these sales actually happened. Legendary artists you learned about in school. Modern masters still breaking records. Picassos, Van Goghs, Warhols. I've challenged myself to see if I can even pronounce all of their names correctly. You are not going to believe what made it to the #1 spot, and just how much it sold for. The final price is so shocking, it literally broke the art world. We are starting our countdown from number 20, working up to the single most expensive piece of art ever sold in human history. The #1 spot is an amount of money that could change the world, but instead, it was spent on one painting. Can you guess which one it is? Let's find out. The countdown starts right now. Kicking off our list at number 20 is Picasso's Nude, Green Leaves, and Bust, $106.5 million. Can you believe this is only number 20? Right behind it, also at $106.5 million, is Van Gogh's Orchard with Cypresses. This was painted while he was in an asylum. It's crazy to think this masterpiece came from such a dark time, you know? At number 18, Gustav Klimt's Lady with a Fan, his last completed portrait, sold for $108.4 million. Breaking into the top 17 is Jean-Michel Basquiat's Untitled Skull. Street art turned fine art, sold for $110.5 million. This painting is, huge in person. At number 16, Monet's Mule, one of his famous haystacks, went for $110.7 million. But look at that light. Unbelievable. At number 15, Picasso's Young Girl with a Flower Basket from his Rose period sold for $115 million, painted when he was only 24. Number 14, Edvard Munch's The Scream, one of the most famous images in the world, sold for $119.9 million. I would scream too if I spent that much, Coming in at 13 is René Magritte's Empire of Light, both night and day at once, fetching $121.2 million. So trippy, I mean. At number 12, Paul Cézanne's Mont Sainte-Victoire. He painted this mountain over and over. This version sold for a massive $137.7 million. That is one expensive mountain. Just missing the top 10 is Picasso's Woman with a Watch. This vibrant portrait of his golden muse sold for $139.3 million. That watch must be a Rolex. Cracking the top 10. The numbers only go up from here. Qi Baishi's 12 screens of landscapes, the only Chinese artist on our list, sold for $140.8 million. At number 9, our only sculpture, Alberto Giacometti's Pointing Man, a skinny bronze figure, bought for $141.3 million. Imagine that thing pointing at you in your house. Number 8 is Francis Bacon's 3 Studies of Lucian Freud. A triptych is one artwork in 3 panels, sold for $142.4 million. That's over $47 million per panel. At number 7, Georges Seurat's Modèle, small version, a pointillism masterpiece, $149.2 million. It's made entirely of tiny dots. At number 6, Modigliani's Reclining Nude, on her left side, so scandalous at the time, sold for an absolutely insane $157.2 million. And for number 5, another Modigliani, reclining nude, known as Nu Couché, sold for an unbelievable $170,400,000. This guy really liked painting nudes. Breaking into the top 4 is Picasso's Women of Algiers, version O, his most expensive auction result, going for $179,400,000. Pure chaos and color. In our top 3, the pop art king Andy Warhol with his shot sage blue Marilyn, one of the 20th century's most recognizable images, sold for a legendary $195 million. It's just wild. Our runner-up at number 2 is Gustav Klimt's portrait of Elizabeth Lederer, a stunning, elegant painting that sold for $236.4 million. The detail is unreal, honestly. And at number 1, the most expensive painting ever sold is Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi. It sold for $450.3 million. Wow, $450 million. Let that sink in. For one painting. That is more money than the GDP of some small countries. It's mind-boggling, especially with debate over whether Leonardo painted all of it himself. Picasso's many appearances, the single sculpture that made the cut. The art market is one of the wildest places on Earth. These 20 artworks sold for over $3 billion combined. What do you guys think? Is any piece of art truly worth $500 million? Or is this just a crazy game for the world's super rich? I honestly don't know. My brain is fried from saying these numbers out loud. Let me know in the comments which painting was your favorite. Which price shocked you the most? Was it the Scream for $120 million? Or the Basquiat skull for $110 million? For me, it has to be the number 1 spot. I just can't get over that price tag. Thank you so much for watching this insane countdown. I had a blast. Hope your jaw is on the floor like mine. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We have more crazy videos planned. You won't want to miss them. See you in the next one.